Yay. Okay, so welcome to Thursday afternoon yoga. Let's start on our backs. Go team. So I'm going to adjust the screen really quickly. I got caught up talking to everybody because it's fun. All right, here we go. So starting on our back, make sure that you have a blanket handy for part 2. Let's see. As we work with our breath on our back, you are welcome to either keep your knees bent if that's most comfortable for you, or you can place a bolster or blankets underneath your knees and lay your legs a little bit longer. So here we go. So starting right here on the mat. So just take a moment once you get onto your back and get yourself nice and comfy. Good, good, good. What I would like you to do is just take 3 cycles of breath and just allow your body to breathe itself. So just breathe the way you normally would. And just feel how your body moves from this plane. What I'd like you to do with your hands so that they're in position for when we move into our lower abdominal breath is lay the palms over the front of your hip bones. Let your fingertips lightly interlace and let your thumbs rest at your belly button. So we have Mom has popped in, so we're going to go ahead and just kind of breathe here for a moment while she gets set up. And just let everything begin to relax. Just begin to notice how your body's feeling as you're gently moving in. Okay, so what I want you to do next is we're going to move into our full diaphragmatic breath first. So that as you inhale, I invite you to let the breath start low at the low belly. Feel it really expand, and as it expands and draws outward to the front, notice that you're gently creating just a little bit of an arch. The breath is going to travel up to the solar plexus and then finally all the way up to underneath the collarbone. And then as you exhale, allow it to release from the collarbone and then work its way to the solar plexus. And then finally at the low belly, I want you to find the activation through your abdominal area to gently draw in towards the spine and then gently up towards the diaphragm. And then you're going to let that relax, and then again inhale, coming from the low belly, letting it come up to the solar plexus all the way to just below the collarbone. And as you exhale, release it from the collarbone, going down to the solar plexus, and then finally the low belly. And again. So I want you just to find the rhythm coming from the full diaphragmatic breath so that with each exhale, allowing it to be strong at the bottom of the exhale and feel this lower abdominal area in between the 2 high points of your pelvis. Gently draw in and up just a little bit. And then when you get ready to take your next inhale, you're going to just let that completely relax and then inhale. Letting it travel all the way up. And exhale, allowing it to travel all the way down. And again, gently drawing in, activating that area that's in between the 2 high points of your hip bones. And we're going to go ahead and do 3 more seconds of breath just like this. If it feels appropriate for you at the top of the inhale, Simply pause your breath for 1 to 2 counts. And this time, at the end of the third breath, when you get there, I want you to see as you begin to take your next inhale, see if you can keep that area that's in between your hip bones gently activated. So rather than breathe from that low, low belly, the breath is now going to begin right about the belly button. Even as you continue to draw in through that low belly. And then as you exhale, you gently release that. Reactivate through the low belly a little bit. Take another deep inhale. Keeping that low belly gently active. And exhale. Bottom of the exhale, make sure that you reactivate and keep the area in between the two pelvis stable and active. And then one more time, deep inhale. And exhale. One more time, activating in between the hip bones. Next inhale, let it relax. Now breathe deeply back into that low belly. Feel your body relax. So all we're doing right now is just waking up different parts of our abdominal area that may not always get access. So again, you're going to take another deep inhale, starting from the low belly. And again, this time, as you exhale and you draw in at that low belly in between the hip bones, see if you can maintain that activation and then breathe from the belly button up. And following your own breath, maintaining that activation in between the hip bones, you'll take 3 full cycles of breath. At the end of the third cycle of breath, when you get ready to exhale, let everything relax and go back to the full diaphragmatic breath. So breathe all the way down to in between the hip bones. Feel that expansion and that opening. And again, using your cycle of breath. Breathe 3 times with the full diaphragmatic breath, and then we're going to end with 3 more times activating through the core. So end of the third cycle of breath, gently drawing in and up. Really activate that lower belly in between the hip bones, and then inhale, belly button and above. And then at the end of that third cycle of breath, let your body come back one more time to the full low abdominal breath, and bring your hands over your heart, palms facing down. Because we're here on our backs and we've got all this support of the ground, means that we'll feel the vibration a little bit more deeply. So from here, we're going to go ahead and sing our sound of ah, sing the sound of O, sing the sound of and then on your fourth breath, please place your intent at your heart and choose as an I am statement what you most need and what you most desire. Beautiful, everyone. So when you're ready, deep, full inhale. And gently, slowly set your intent. And then when you're ready, gently allow the eyes to open. And first bit, we're going to go ahead and bring the knees so that the lower leg is parallel to the floor. The hips to the knees are perpendicular. And we're going to get to practice what we just did with our breath, but we're going to practice it with movement. So as we bring the knees into the chest, we're going to do that on the exhale so that it makes it easy to draw that lower area in. And then on the exhale, we're going to take the knees, so inhale or exhale, knees are in towards the chest, you're drawing up and in through the core. Inhale, you're going to squeeze through the glutes and then gently begin to lengthen the legs. And it doesn't have to be a full lengthen. And then inhale, draw up and in, bring the knees back in towards the chest. Exhale, squeeze through the glutes and lengthen the legs. Okay? So that's the movement we're going to make. How big it is completely dependent on how it feels in your body. So when you're ready, I want you to take a deep inhale, full deep belly breath. As you exhale, squeeze the abdominals in between those hips and gently draw the knees into the chest. Good. And now inhale, squeeze those glutes as you begin to lengthen the legs. So you're moving in a horizontal plane rather than upright. And then again, inhale, exhale, squeeze the abs. So drawing the abdomen in, drawing the knees towards the chest. Inhale, squeeze through the glutes and gently lengthen the legs in a horizontal plane. Exhale, draw up and in through the core. Drawing the hips in towards the chest. And then inhale, squeezing through the glutes and then gently lengthening the legs. Good. And exhale, squeeze through the glute or the core. And then now let it relax. Draw the knees high up and in. Okay, this time, as long as it feels okay, you can lengthen the legs. Please remember that if your hamstrings are tight, right, your legs may be lower or there may be a bend in the knee. That's fine. You're doing what feels best for you. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This is all about right now working your core. We're also going to squeeze the glutes a little bit because we're going to move a little bit from side to side. This is not going to be a big movement, you guys. So when you're ready, I want you to take a deep inhale, full belly breath. Exhale, squeeze and draw in. Now, see if you can hold this with the next inhale and gently lower the legs over towards the right. And keep that core active. That low core drawing in and up. Breathe here, keeping everything active. So I'm only over maybe 45 degrees, if that much. Now, to bring yourselves back up, squeeze into the glutes a little bit. Bring yourself back up. Find your breath. Notice if you were holding your breath, please don't hold your breath. And then again, deep inhale. As you exhale, draw up and in. And now this time, gently roll the hips over towards the left. And again, you're only coming down maybe 35, 40 degrees. And breathe. Want you to feel on this right side, activation in through the core, as well as feeling it down through the center. Breathe, getting very strong through the center of the body. And then inhale, bring it back. Exhale, let everything relax. If you need to bring your knees high into your chest, please do so. Just let everything take a moment, soften. And now we're going to do this one more time. Lengthen the legs. Remember, put as much bend into the knee as you need to. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Draw in that area in between the hips and gently roll over a little bit to the right. Again, we're only moving over about 35 to 40 degrees. Squeeze a little bit through that left side. Keep breathing. And then inhale, bring yourself up. Deep full breath. And again, exhale. As you exhale, gently draw everything in. Gently roll over to the left. Just about 40 degrees. We're not going deep, you guys. And I want you to really feel not only down low in between the hip bones, but now we're also accessing the oblique, which is very oblique abs, which are very important. So just feel them squeeze as well. Deep full breath. And then gently release. Bring it back up. Oh, let that. Knees bend. Come back and give yourself a hug. There we go. All right, now gently bring the feet down. Okay, so here's the thing to remember is that for hip extension, your glutes are the primary movers, meaning that they are supposed to start the movement. One of the things that tends to happen for a lot of us is that our glutes get flabby. Not flabby, they get inactive, okay? That would be the most accurate way to put it. I want you to everybody grab a block. I want you to place the block in between the knees. So one of the things that they actually recommend for rehab to make your glutes start to work and wake them up is bridge. So guess what? We're going to do a modified bridge pose to wake our glutes up. You're going to bring your arms down by your side. And this is just, you guys, a really small movement. The block is here just to give the legs something to focus on so that it's really easy to squeeze the glutes. So first thing is before we do any movement at all I want you to do is just take a deep inhale, come from that low belly, and then as you exhale, squeeze the glutes. And then because you've got the block in between your legs, you can also squeeze the legs a little bit. So you're just squeezing and let it relax. Let's do that one more time. Deep inhale. Exhale, squeeze. And now let that relax. And now what we're going to do is we're going to, as we squeeze, we're going to just extend the hips. So we're going to lift the pelvis up, which helps extend the hips. So here we go. Deep inhale. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Really squeeze. Notice if you've got one side that wants to squeeze more than the other. See if you can keep it equal. And yes, I'm talking here while I'm asking you to squeeze. We're making this a little bit of an isometric pose right here while we're holding. And now let it relax and let everything come down. Let everything relax and release. And now here we go again. Deep inhale. Exhale. Engage through this lower core that's in between the hips. Squeeze through the glutes. And then lift the pelvis to help extend the hip. Breathe. Deep full breath. If you want to play with it, try squeezing your right glute a little bit more than your left, and then change that and squeeze the left glute a little bit more. You can play with this here. And then gently, slowly relax. Bring it down. Ah, yumminess. Release the block. Beautiful, everyone. Okay, from here, you're going to go ahead and bring that right knee up. If it feels comfortable, you can allow that left leg to float down. So here's the first thing I want you to do. You've got the knee up towards your core, and just gently, slowly open that leg out. So all we're doing right now is we're just stretching into the adductors. And that's because, guess what? When we were squeezing our glutes, because we had the block, we were also activating our adductors. So with your right hand, bring it across the inner edge, inner side of that knee. Squeeze your glute and just press that knee against your hand. So again, we're working isometrically. Oh, and we're asking a whole lot of stuff to fire here. So just breathe and notice how that feels. And then let it relax. From here, you're gonna, just a smooth move, you're gonna bring your hand from the inner edge to the outer edge and bring it across so that now you've got your knee so that it's facing upright. And you're gonna take this left hand, also bring it on the outside edge, and you're very gently going to begin to bring the leg across the center of your body. As you do this, see how much you can continue to ground the back of your pelvis into the mat. When you find that good space of opening, you just pause here and just breathe. Now from this space, again, you're going to press the knee into your hands. So squeeze everything. Squeeze through the glutes, squeeze down into the hamstring. It's also going to do the lateral vastus on the quadricep. Oh, and we're just waking everything up, you guys. And then let that relax. As long as your body says yes, you're going to take this left hand now over the outside edge of the knee. Allow the right hand to come down to the ground. It can be palm up or palm down. And just take this into a very gentle twist. So that right hip is coming up, you're rolling onto the edge. And just go as far as it's comfortable and breathe. Deep full breath. One more cycle of breath. And then And very gently, very slowly unwind. You're going to bring the knee back up and interlace your fingers either just below the kneecap or underneath and around the back of the thigh. And then gently draw the knee towards the shoulder blade, or excuse me, towards the front of the shoulder, moving into Pavana Mukha or wind removing pose. Beautiful. Wow, you guys, everybody looks great. Awesome saws. Very nice. Good. And then gently, slowly, release that leg. As long as this is comfortable for your body, I want you to allow both legs to lay down for a moment and just notice the difference between the right side and the left side. Okay. Now we're going to get ready to do the left side. So your right knee can either stay up or it can be laying all the way down. Please do what feels best for your body. I want you to draw this left knee up. Okay. And then, as long as it feels good, you're going to take this left hand, which is over the top, slide it to the inside, and gently bring that left leg out. And just take a moment and just notice how this feels on this side. It might feel different than the right side. That's okay. And then when you're ready, I want you to go ahead and squeeze through the glute and press the knee of this left leg into the left hand. So again, we're just working this, making it a little bit isometric here, asking everything to wake up. One more cycle of breath. And then gently let it relax. Feel the difference. Now you're going to take that left hand in one smooth move. Come to the outside of the knee, bringing it up. And then gently taking it over. So the right hand is now going to come also to the outside. And you're just very gently going to begin to bring that left leg across and to the right. Making sure that you're keeping as much of the pelvis on the back or on the mat as possible. When you've gone as far as it feels comfortable, breathe here. Our bodies have adopted movement patterns according to our walk, and sometimes it's different on each side. So please don't expect the same thing on each side. So when you're ready, again, I want you to squeeze through this long lateral line and now press the outer edge of the knee into your hand. And breathe. Deep, full breath. Keep squeezing and keep breathing. And then gently let it relax. Go ahead and bring it back upright. Now you're going to bring it to the outer edge of the trunk and gently draw the knee towards you. Hands can either interlace just below the knee or behind the kneecap. So please do what feels best. Take that deep inhale and gently draw the knee in towards your chest. And breathe. Long, slow, gentle breath. And now finally, you're going to go ahead and take this right hand, wrap it over the outer part of the left leg. Left hand is going to come out, T formation, either palm up or palm down. And very gently, very slowly begin to twist. Again, this is just about where you can find comfort. Breathe, let everything relax. Try breathing into the left back, the part that is twisting. Notice how it feels to send breath down there. And then gently, slowly release and allow that left leg to come all the way down. Arms by the side. Just take a moment and breathe into your body. Notice how it's feeling. Beautiful, you guys. Very nice. Okay. Moving into some shoulder play. So here's what I want you to do. You're going to bend into your knees, draw them high into the chest, roll yourself over on your side, and press up. I want you to take your blanket, okay, and double it. So everybody see what I did. It's like this was the width of my blanket, and all I'm doing is I'm doubling it up. So I'm making it just a long skinny tube, pretty much. So what I'm going to do with my long skinny tube is I'm going to lay it on my mat. I am going to place the blanket up against the back where my sacrum is. Okay, and then I'm going to gently lie on it. There we go, coming all the way back. Now, if you are longer, happen to be longer, you are longer than your little skinny blanket, you're going to take a block, because I want your body to be as in neutral as possible. Place it on the far end. That's going to be your pillow. And then you do it again. Come on down. Okay. All right. Once we've got that, is everybody okay? Yes? Awesome. Thank you. Like the thumbs. Thank you. All right. I want you to bring your arms out into T formation. So you guys, I ask us to do this a lot while we're sitting. We don't often have the opportunity to do this while we're laying down. And this is really a fun exercise to do while you're laying down. So what I want you to do is with your arms out in T formation, I want you to find those inner edges of your shoulder blades and I want you to squeeze them into the blanket. Oh, so now your shoulders have something to resist against. And then allow them to relax, okay? Please make sure that this is comfortable. If you need to bend your knees, please bend your knees. If you really don't like having something along your spine, just take it out and do it flat on the floor, okay? Next posture is I want you to bring your arms up into a wide V. Again, you're going to take a deep inhale. Exhale, squeeze. This time I want you to see if you can take those lower edges of the shoulder blades and actually draw them down. And you're going to keep breathing even as we stay and squeeze a little bit longer than one breath. Let it relax. Again, deep full breath. Coming again back to T formation, so arms are out about shoulder width or maybe a little bit below. Take that deep inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Let it relax. Now draw the arms so that they're about 30 degrees from the sides, maybe 45. Okay, and again, deep inhale. And squeeze. And gently let that relax. From here, I want you to bring your arms up. Everybody wave your right hand. As you exhale, I want you to sweep the right arm underneath the left arm. If possible, you're either going to take your hands to your shoulders if that feels like that's enough, or you're going to wrap your arms in eagle arms. So yes, we're doing what we normally do seated, but we're doing it from a different plane of gravity. Breathe. And just kind of notice how your body feels as you're here. Look at you go. That's beautiful. Y'all are rocking it. Lovely, lovely. Okay, now for something completely different. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take both arms and just gently, while your back is still on the blanket, so you're only moving your arms, I want you to see if you can draw them a little bit further over to the right. Just a little bit. And breathe. This is for those of you that have cranky shoulders. Come back to center. Unwind. Whoa. Let your arms float out for a moment. Feel that beautiful breath. Squeeze a little bit in between the shoulder blades, just waking them up again. Let them relax and soften. And then inhale. Bring the arms up so that in between, you about shoulder distance. This time I want you to wave your left hand. Everybody wave your left hand. Good. And exhale. Left arm comes underneath right. Again, hands can either wrap to the shoulders or you can finish the twist and bring them into eagle arms. And breathe. Beautiful. Awesome. Very nice. Deep, full breath. Notice what your body is telling you as you're here, and if and only if it feels comfortable, gently, gently draw the arms over a little bit more to the left. And just notice how that feels into the right shoulder. Breathe. One more cycle of breath. And then gently unwind. Release the arms. Allow the shoulders to come out. Couple cycles of breath right here. Just notice how the upper body is now feeling. Good. And now when you're ready, you're going to very gently, very slowly roll off your blanket. Press yourself up into a seated position. There we go. Beautiful. Awesome. That looks lovely. How's everybody feeling? Roll those shoulders. We good? Yeah? Okay. So, I promised a sun salutation today. So guess what? We're going to do a sun salutation. Yay! All right. So the first variation, we're going to work our way into it. We're going to start with a chair, and then as long as you're comfortable in a chair, we're going to go down to blocks. So have your blocks by your chair. Okay. Bring your chair into the picture. There we go. I'm going to adjust your camera. Oh, dang, damn it. Sorry, I stopped the video for a moment. That was my bad. So sorry.
Sally, it's good to have you with us. All right, you guys, so here we go. We did a little bit of this yesterday. We're going to do it again today, just to make sure that we know where everything is. So we did all this core while we were on the ground. Now we need to start incorporating it. So one of the things that happens is that when we lift our hips, right? So anytime we make, if we have a bent knee and we make this movement, this is actually a hip flexor. All of our hip flexors, with the exception of one, live in this area, okay? So what I want us to do is take a deep inhale, push the belly out. As you exhale, draw it up and in, and then after you draw it up and in, just simply lift your leg. Good. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. Now notice, bring it back down. Now, we're going to do that same thing again, but without accessing our core, and I want you to see if you can feel the difference. So the same leg that you just used, and right now because we're playing, it doesn't matter which leg, push your belly out and lift your leg. And see if you notice a difference. Okay, bring it back down. One more time, take a deep inhale, push the belly out, draw it up and in, and bring the leg back up. Look at you go. Beautiful, good. All right, let that release. Okay, so guess what? Now just to make sure that we keep everything even, ground into the opposite leg, draw up and in, and bend into this hip. Beautiful, you guys. And just so that we make it even, we're gonna hang out here for just a little bit longer. Breathe. Deep full breath. You're having fun, right? And let it relax. Okay. Now, we need to find our quadriceps, you guys. So here's what I want us to do. You're gonna take at least hip distance apart with your feet. As you come down, right? I want you to use your core because we're bending. Then we're going to bend into the knees, and we're going to come as far down as feels until we can feel our quadriceps. So you're going to keep your hands on the top of your thighs until you can feel the quadriceps start to burn. And you're going to use your core. So everybody got that? So come on back up. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, draw up and in. Bend into the knees. Bend into the knees, breathe. And find those quads. See if you can to allow your hands to come out, forward. There we go, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Good, 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 good. Now to bring ourselves up, I want you to squeeze really strongly through the glutes. Oh, beautiful. Let it come down. Okay, now for our sun salutation. Are you ready? First set we're going to do with the chair. If that feels like that's super easy and you want to do the full set with the blocks, go for it. If today your body's going, I just want the chair, use the chair. So we're going to start here about 2 feet behind it. Okay, again, come about hip distance apart. Beautiful, you guys. Here we go. Deep inhale. And as you bring your arms up and you swing your hips forward, so now you're in extension through the hips, I want you to squeeze your glutes a little bit. And breathe. We're going to spend about 2 to 3 breaths in each part. As you exhale, use your core. Begin to draw up and in. Bend into the knees as much as you need to, and let your hands come down to the seat of the chair. Breathe here for a moment. One more cycle of breath. And as long as it feels comfortable, you can continue to come all the way down. Your hands are still on the seat of the chair. Just let everything rest. So now we're going to do what is known as gazing pose or Ardha Uttanasana. So you're going to inhale I want you to squeeze through your glutes, lengthen your arms. Exhale, use your core. So we're folding again. And this time what you're going to do is you're going to take that right foot and step it forward one step, and then take that left, or that right foot, sorry, hang on, come back. I got my directions mixed up. Take the left foot forward one step. Take the right foot and take it very big step back, bringing yourselves into lunge. Beautiful, you guys, awesome. Now, take a moment as you're here, and I want you to play with 3 different things. First thing I want you to play with is notice if your core completely relaxed. If it did, I want you to find your core again. So draw it up and in. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to take that right glute and squeeze. Notice how as you take that right glute and squeeze, it takes some of the pressure off the left foot. Now that you're squeezing, are you ready? Big step. You're going to take as many steps back as you need. Step that left foot back. Bring yourself into plank. Breathe. If this is too much, I want you to come down onto your knees. Again, really focus on your core. Now, as what I want you to do here is take baby steps, so only about 3 inches. Let the hips drop down and open into the chest. Look at you go, beautiful, very nice. Here we go, from here, squeeze through the core. Press down through the hands and lengthen yourself into downward facing dog. Very nice, you guys. That looks awesome. Very nice. From here, you're going to take the right foot and step it forward. Take the left foot and step it back so that you can come back into lunge. Beautiful, you guys. Nice. And now when you're ready, I want you to squeeze through that left glute. Use your core and lightly step yourself up to the chair. Press down through the feet, bend into the knees if you need to. Squeeze those glutes. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, come down. Okay. All right, that's with the chair. If you liked it, keep it. If you want to try a little bit more, you're going to move the chair just a little bit out of the way, and now we're going to set up our blocks. There we go, blocks. Everybody got blocks? We love our blocks? Yay. Okay, you're going to start with your feet just a little bit behind the blocks, or depending on how flexible you feel today, you can bring your feet closer to the blocks. It's up to you. Okay, here we go. Take a moment. Make sure that you are well grounded through Tadasana. Spread through those feet. Take a minute because we're in full extension right here through the legs. Squeeze a little bit through the glutes. Deep inhale. Bring those arms all the way out and up. Exhale. Let the hands come all the way back to the center, heart center, thumbs resting at the sternum. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, squeeze through your core. As you come down, you're going to bend your knees as much as you need to until your hands touch your blocks. Inhale, lengthen through the torso. Gaze about 2 to 3 feet ahead. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. You're only coming down as far as your body says it's happy to come down. This time, we're going to start by grounding into the right foot, and we're going to step the left foot back. So this is just the other half of what we started before. There you go, good. Good, Darlene. Step that foot all the way back so that it's grounded. There you go, beautiful, very nicely done. Good. From here, I want you to shift the body weight. So right now, I want you to squeeze into that left glute, step that right foot back. So here's our high plank. Beautiful, I love it, good. All right, if your body says yes, you're going to roll forward onto the tops of the toes, come onto the tops of the feet, and take upward facing dog. If your body says, I'm not doing that today, don't do it. To come into downward facing dog, curl back underneath the toes, press down through the hands, press back into downward facing dog. Beautiful, you guys. Very nice. Good. Now, from here, as many steps as it takes, I want you to bring that left foot forward, up by your blocks, and allow that right foot to step back. There we go, beautiful, nice. Very, very nice, good. Shift your body weight. Even though the right leg is going to make the movement, you need to be stable on the left. So really activate the quadriceps and press down through that left foot. Then get very light with the right. Step up. Take as many steps as you need to. Deep inhale. Exhale, fold. Now, press down through the feet. I want lots of squeeze into those glutes. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, bring it down. Nice. All right, you guys. Now, talk to me. Do you guys want to do one more set? Did it feel okay, or was one good, one golden, and we're good? Okay, got it, thank you. I just needed somebody to do a hand motion that said, yes, let's go. Okay, this time we're gonna add chair pose, okay? So here we go. Deep inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring them down to the heart. Inhale, bring them up. And as you exhale, open the arms, squeeze through that core, and begin to bend into the knees. Deep, full breath. Beautiful, you guys, that's awesome. Allow the palms to face each other. Allow the shoulders to be wider, the arms wider than the shoulders. Feel the bottom edges of the shoulders slide down. From here, squeeze through those glutes. Complete the forward fold. Use your core. Hands come to the block. Deep inhale, gazing pose. Exhale, use your core again. Get really strong here through the core. Okay. Now that you're here, you're going to take this left hand I'm waving at you, and you're going to bring it over onto the right block, and you're going to move into a gentle twist. Make sure that this feels good. Breathe. Gently release. Bring that left hand back to the left block. Shift your body weight into that left foot. Get very light with the right and step it back. Big step. Beautiful. Hips come down, one long line. If you need to Creepy crawl that left foot forward to make sure that the knee and the ankle are stacked. Please do it. Beautiful, you guys. Now, if your body's tired, you can bend into that right knee. Otherwise, step the left leg back, plank. Beautiful. Good, good, good. Very nicely done. If your body says yes, you can take upward facing dog. If your body's like, I don't want to do upward facing dog, go directly back to downward facing dog. So please do what your body is calling for you to do. Breathe here. And roll yourself into downward facing dog. Beautiful, you guys. Look at you go. That's lovely. Shift your gaze back up in between your blocks and lightly step. You're going to shift the body weight again into the left side. Step that right foot forward. Moving back into lunge, you're going to allow that left leg to go back so that now we're in lunge. Beautiful, awesome, lovely. Shift the body weight now into that right foot. And lightly step that left foot forward. Beautiful, you guys. All right, to bring ourselves up, knees are bent or knees are straight. Back is flat or back is rounded. Squeeze into those glutes. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Big breath. Exhale. Bring it down. All right, you guys, guess what? We're on the last one. Go, team, go. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale. Use your core, y'all. Bend into those knees. Come down, hands to the blocks. Gentle fold. Deep inhale. Find that length in that gazing pose. Exhale, beautiful fold. This time, you're going to take that right hand, bring it to the left block, and find your twist on this side. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome sauce. Breathe here. Gently let that release. Come back. Okay, here we go. Shift into the right foot this time. Get your body weight so that that left leg is light. Step it back. Nice lunge. Everybody looks fabulous. Good job. Now from here, I want you to get solid into that right leg, or excuse me, solid into that left leg so that you can step the right foot back. Take it into plank. You guys, if your body's tired, because guess what? This is a lot of work. Take downward facing dog. Aunt Darlene, I hope that's a chuckle. All right, from here, you're either going to go directly into downward facing dog or roll forward onto the tops of the feet. There we go, squeeze into that glute. Beautiful, you guys. Everybody, nice. Shoulders down. Okay, here we go. Use your core, curl underneath those toes. Oh, use your core to pull yourself into flexion. Downward facing dog. Long, slow breath. Shift your gaze in between the blocks, shift into that right foot, and now lightly step that left foot forward. Right leg comes back a little bit so that you've got plenty of space for lunge. Beautiful. Nicely done. Here we go. Shift your body weight into that left side. Take as many hops and steps as you need to step that right foot up. Gentle fold. Here we go. However you choose to get up, flat back, round back. Doesn't matter. What does matter? Squeeze them glutes. Bring it all the way up. Exhale. Come back down. Ladies, you rocked it. This is my round of applause for you because you guys were so good. That's beautiful. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Grab your chair. We're gonna stretch out them hips because they just got used an awful lot. We want them to love us. Okay, here we go. All right, coming to the edge of the chair. Starting with our right leg, okay? So notice what you do when you do this. Was it automatic for you to curl back into the sits bones, right? Curl your back like a C and then pull your leg up, or did you engage through your core, pull your leg up with a long back, right? So a lot of times it's these small movements that we make that are completely, we're not conscious of them. So all I'm trying to do is say, be conscious, think about it, all right? If this is too much torque on the knee, too much twist, feel free to gently hold interlaced fingers underneath the kneecap. As long as that's not it, notice that my foot is dangling, it's nice and soft. And all you're gonna do is come from the hips, and just begin to find that yummy place where our hips begin to talk to us, right? Otherwise known as gluteus medius. And just breathe and go, I want you guys to just be basking in the glow for what you did just now. That was like absolutely positively tremendous. It's like, I'm really impressed, you guys. Sun salutations are hard. You really rocked it. You really, really did. It's awesome, awesome. And just breathe. Feel your body relax. Just feel it begin to soften. And if you want to add a little bit of a twist to this, just because you can, what I want you to do is you're going to take this right hand, place it on top of the knee very lightly, and notice how I've got this big hole. Your left hand is going to turn palm up, come underneath, and you're just going to place the back side of that left forearm on top of the thigh, and just kind of begin to twist a little bit. And just notice how that feels. Did we just find a new area that we didn't know we had? Okay, and then if you want to make this a little bit more, what you're going to do is take this left shoulder and just begin to work it down towards that medial ankle, that inside of the right ankle. And just breathe. And then very gently, very slowly, begin to unwind. Yummy. Very, very nice. How's that feel? Pretty yummy? Good? Okay. Right hand around the knee, left hand around the ankle, and gently release. Now we're gonna do the left side. Find your core first, bring it up, come across. Make sure that the ankle is dangling. Again, if you're feeling too much shear or too much torque, too much twist, feel free to interlace the fingers underneath. Gently hinge through the hips. Breathe gently. Just finding spaciousness. Finding that yummy cat-like feeling where it's like, wow, this stretch feels so good. And again, if you want to take this into a twist, here you've got your left hand on top of the left knee, right hand comes palm facing up. You're going to just slide that arm across. Oh, and this time you're going to gently work that right shoulder down towards that left ankle. Oh, and just kind of notice how it feels on this side. So it's very small. Just breathe. And then very gently, very slowly, unwind the shoulder. Come back into the posture just for a moment. Notice the difference. And then very gently, very slowly. Left hand now comes to left knee, right hand to ankle, and gently release. Ladies, you rocked it today. So guess what? It's time for relaxation. Yay! So here's what I want you to do. You can either take complete relaxation on the mat and do a bolster. You can also do your legs up the chair. Please take what feels best. We're going to come all the way back down. Gently bringing yourself in. There we go. Everybody good? Okay, once you get settled into what is going to feel best for you, we're going to do just a little bit more with your arms. So I want you to take a deep inhale, bring those arms up and over your head. And I want you to take the left hand and wrap it around your right wrist. Let the elbows bend and see if you can open through the shoulders enough so that the entire length of your arm can just be resting on the mat above you. Breathe here. Just kind of stretching out a little bit. And then as long as your body says yes, take a moment to just begin to lengthen into the arms. You may not be able to straighten very much, and that's fine. Just be really present. So you're still allowing the arms to rest on the mat above you. And this is just very slow, steady movement. Deep, full breath. And then I want you to allow it to relax. Unwind. Remove the left hand from the right wrist. Let your arms open wide, still above the head. So your arms are in like a large U shape. Just take several cycles of breath right here, feeling the body. And then when you're ready, you're going to go ahead and bring your arms back up again. And this time, go ahead and allow the right hand to wrap around the left wrist. Keeping the elbows bent, again, find that space where the entire length of your arm can rest on the mat above you. And here we go. As long as your body says yes, gently, very gently, begin to feel the arms straighten just a little bit. And remember, this can be a very, very, very small movement. Deep, full breath.
And then let it relax. Release the arms. Let your hands and your arms come back out into a big U. Feel everything begin to soften. Feel everything begin to relax. If it feels comfortable, feel free to bring your arms down by your sides. Take a moment before you really allow the floor to absorb you, hold you, and come back to being an observer for just a moment and notice how your body feels now versus how it felt when you first started. And then gently allow everything to relax. If you feel that you might have any tension left, you can take a full deep inhale. And on the exhale, squeeze everything, tighten everything. Toes, feet, calves, thighs, glutes, core, back, shoulders, arms, wrists, hands, fists, face, and neck. And then let it relax. Release anything that no longer serves. Very gently, very slowly, begin to find your way back. Fingers and toes, hands and feet, allowing them to make gentle movements, gentle circles. Then come back into the breath, taking a full deep inhale and exhale through the nose, filling your body with fresh oxygen, fresh life. And then use that breath to bring your arms up over your head, really lengthen. Stretch fingertips to toes, bones to skin. And then gently draw the knees high into the chest, wrap your arms round. Give yourself a gentle hug, and then roll on to whichever side feels best. Gently pressing yourself up into a seated position. Let your hands come to your heart. Thumbs rest at the heart point on the sternum. You guys, thank you so profoundly much for allowing me to be part of your practice today. I'm so excited for all of you. You did an awesome job. I honor the divine in you, that is the divine in me, that is the divine in all of us. Namaste, and may the blessings be. Okay, you guys.